All right. Horrible debate stream. Let's fucking do it. Program. It's the Dusty Smith Show, and yes, much like you, I am depressed as fuck tonight. Gotta admit, folks, I usually don't do this show hungover, but I am slightly a tad bit hungover tonight. Can't fucking lie about it. I had a few beers last night watching that debate. Really the only way I could get through it. And I woke up a little bit late, like 10 minutes for the show tonight. But it's fine. I put it together a good show for you guys. I worked right at the last minute, right till we ran on the air tonight. So, hey, I got a new boss. Hell yeah, look, the Dusty Show. I decided to divide it between shows. The After Party has a new background now. The Dusty Show has a new background now. So, as always, evolving the show, upgrading. Next evolution. What you gonna do? So, how's everybody doing tonight? Are you depressed along with me? Did you witness the horrors that I witnessed? God damn it. That was not good. Not going to pretend like it was good. I know a lot of Democrats want to pretend what happened last night was fine. Wasn't fine at all. Was terrible. The worst fucking case scenario happened, unfortunately. So we're going to go ahead and cover it. Let's go ahead and cut the music off. As always, super chats are active. If you guys want to super chat me on the show, it's the lifeblood of the show. Going to read all of them at the end of the show and at halftime. So over here, there is a $sign. Boom. Right up here somewhere. You'll find it. You're all very, very smart and or handsome. So, super chat me about what you thought about last night's debate. Let me know. Your voice counts. So let it be heard loud and clear out there. Hells yeah. And all right, let's go ahead and kick it off, folks. Time to talk about Joe Biden, debate zombie. He was looking for brains. And didn't find any because he was debating Donald Trump, of course. A bad place to be looking for brains. Butcher a Biden debate zombie. So what's bad, folks? What's real bad last night? We hope for the best, as we always do. Like, I don't like Joe Biden. Can't fucking stand him. He a child murderer. He's a butcher. He's a horrible human being. But, like, then you got Trump, right? Who's exactly the same, except for he wants to overthrow democracy and do a lot of even worse shit somehow. These are our two choices because we're America. We are the laughing stock, the shame of the fucking world, as we should be. You guys might remember, before the debate, there's all kinds of conspiratorial shit going around. We've entered the time, if you don't see it live, don't believe it. Without a live audience of objective observers present to watch Biden during the debate, you can't trust it's even him giving the answers. It was him, very clearly. We live in an age where we can instantly render a deepfake motion capture. Can't instantly do it real well yet, but soon, over a person and transform a human voice to sound like anyone. I predict Biden will sound unnaturally cogent. Uh-oh. There's a prediction that came true. And alert, he was so alert, he was almost alive. The debate, because it won't be him. I predict Biden supporters will say this is a ridiculous conspiracy theory. Yes, I am not a Biden supporter, and I will say that it is a ridiculous conspiracy theory. Did not age well. Despite our possession of the technology that allows this to happen, and no good answer for why the debate isn't public, it was public, or at least in front of an objective audience, you can't trust them. Why else would they keep it separated and keep Biden locked away, surrounded by only the Biden faithful, because they were doing Weekend at Bernie with him and trying to make it look like he was still alive? That's my guess. Anyway, American folks, he's going to be all hopped up on goofballs. They were testing the latest drugs the public doesn't even have yet. In fact, Coke Jr. was out there and he was like, the debate will air with a delay to help Biden. Didn't they help Biden so much? It just was totally all in Biden's favor. But here's the weird part. I watched it and it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Here's the debate that I watched. You guys see this debate?
Well, if I am Jack, then you are Wojak, the mostest soy Wojak possibly in the world.
Yeah. Listen, you are the soy Wojak. I am the Chad Wojak.
No, you are the soy Joe Jack, and I am the Chad Gamer Wojak. You know who you are? You are the 80-year-old unfit ruler. That's who you are.
You know you're not the Chad Wojak. I am the Nordic gamer, Chad, the Giga Chad Wojak.
You're the virgin, and I'm the Chad.
I'm actually not a virgin. Your mom can attest to that.
Well, look, all I'm saying is that we are in two separate leagues. You are the globalism fan, and I am the patriotism enjoyer.
I'm a patriotic globalist. I support slavery worldwide. A better analogy would be that I'm the rare Pepe and you're the small crying people.
You're Apustaya. You're a small crying Apustaya. I am the based and red-pilled Groiper.
That is not true.
It is true.
No, you're not based. You are actually cringe.
No, I am based and red-pilled. Well,
So anyway, I think we all lost, but that was a pretty good debate. Did you guys? I might have been watching the wrong debate, to be honest with you. Might have been. Yeah, lay 12-year-old shit. Yes, that's the 4chan take on it. If you don't know what gropers are and normies are and all this culture, now you're an expert on it. But no, it was horrible, folks. Joe Biden barely showed up alive. Looked like he could be dead any fucking second now. Looked like he was confused. Is not the man that should be in charge of America for sure. Was a horrible performance. This guy has the nuclear codes.
Every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the with the COVID. Excuse me, with dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if. We finally beat Medicare.
Oh, we finally beat Medicare. We did it, folks. Thank you. Thank you. We finally beat Medicare. We did it. Thank you, Joe Biden, for finally beating Medicare. Good God. Good God. We needed a good performance, Joe Biden. We needed anything. We needed a live human being to show up. Democracy on the fucking line right now. And this is what the Democrats give us. A walking corpse. This is how bad it is, folks. Even Trump able to easily dunk on zombie Biden.
What I've done since I've changed the law, what's happened? I've changed it in a way that now you're in a situation where there are 40% fewer people coming across the border illegally. That's better than when he left office. And I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more border patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look.
See, this is the problem. Somebody in the chat saying, oh, he stutters, so what? Like, that's what we're making fun of him for. Not that he's completely low energy. He looks confused. Doesn't look like he knows what the fuck he is. Looks like he has dementia, whether he does or not. See, what you're doing here, you're actually hurting the Democrats by pretending like we don't have good points to make against his performance. You're trying to sweep it all under the rug by gaslighting us, and that only makes Democrats look worse. That makes us not want to be a part of your side at all. Instead of being honest, instead of still manning our position and being intellectually honest about what we're saying, you're clearly just gaslighting. And that doesn't fucking help you, okay? That makes you look like a cult member, just like Trump's side would do. Just like Trump supporters will call anybody who rightfully criticizes Trump. They'll accuse us of having Trump derangement syndrome in order to hand wave away any legitimate criticism. That's what you're doing right now, and it doesn't help your side. It makes you look foolish, stupid, and untrustworthy. You shouldn't do that, but keep doing it if you want to. If you really think that's helping your side, keep doing it, but I can assure you it's fucking not. This was not a good performance. And pretending like it is does not help you, does not make you seem trustworthy in any way. Here's another example of it. If you live outside the United States, somehow watching this and want to know what you're thinking at this point.
My son was not a loser, was not a sucker. You're the sucker. You're the loser.
President Trump?
First of all, that was a made-up quote.
You're a sucker. You're a loser. It's just stupid. It's all fucking stupid and ridiculous. The whole thing was garbage. Meanwhile, both of these child-murdering butchers getting up there to try to outdo each other about how many Palestinian children they're going to kill.
We saved Israel. We are the biggest producer.
We saved Israel. Yeah, Israel was in real danger of being eliminated. 500% safer than Mississippi right now. Sixth happiest population. They have everything. We definitely saved them.
We saved Israel. We are the biggest producer of support for Israel of anyone in the world.
You should let him go and let him finish the job. He doesn't want to do it. He's become like a Palestinian, but they don't like him because he's a very bad Palestinian. He's a weak one.
Definitely. Palestine sure loves Butcher Biden, right? Child murderer. Of course, it's ridiculous. But now to Trump, calling somebody a Palestinian is an insult. Imagine if he tried to insult somebody by calling them Israeli. Completely different set of rules. It's because of racism. It's because they don't care about Palestinian lives. Meanwhile, Trump gave an incredible, what I consider Freudian slip, a flub, where he admitted that him and Vladimir Putin had private conversations about invading Ukraine.
No general got fired for the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country, Afghanistan, where we left billions of dollars of equipment behind. We lost 13 beautiful soldiers, and 38 soldiers were obliterated. And by the way, we left people behind, too. We left American citizens behind. When Putin saw that, he said, you know what? I think we're going to go in and maybe take this was his dream. I talked to him about it, his dream. The difference is he never would have invaded Ukraine. Never. Just like Israel.
It's his dream. I talked to him about it. We talked about him invading Ukraine, and it was his dream. Of course, no follow-up from CNN, no follow-up from zombie Joe Biden. Nobody seemed to notice. He's talking about invading countries with Vladimir Putin. Crazy ass shit. My favorite part was when Trump was reminded that Melania was pregnant while he was cheating with a porn star, and he sort of acknowledges that that's true.
For doing a whole range of things, of having sex with a porn star on the night while your wife was pregnant. I mean, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I remember that night. It was beautiful. My wife was pregnant as shit, and I was boning Stormy Daniels. I rule. Meanwhile, my favorite part of the entire debate really was watching whoever wasn't talking, the faces they make. Turn off the audio, doesn't matter. Trump pursing his lips. Joe Biden looks confused. He looks like he does not know where the fuck he is. Now, maybe he does. Maybe he's just looking that way because he's too dumb to understand he looks that fucking stupid. Either way, bad. Especially when democracy is on the fucking line. Democrats throwing us a goddamn corpse. Just the most insane thing. Why? Why on the Democratic side are they putting up the old dummy from Jeff Dunham's act? Like, what the fuck? How is this real life right now? Just incredibly fucking insane. Meanwhile, if you didn't see the debate, this is basically all you need to know. This is what it was.
No, you don't.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
There was two geriatric boomers who barely understood where the fuck they were, talking nonsense for 2 fucking hours. The losers were all of us, the entire fucking world, for sure. But at least, hey, after the debate, folks, I'm going to get one of these presidential debate action figure play sets. Nailed it. 2 fucking corpses fighting each other to pick the bones of America clean and I guess murder and drink the blood of more Palestinian children. Super cool, America. Meanwhile, panic. Panic at the Disco was in full effect. Democratic Party melting down over how poor Joe Biden's performance was. First off, MSNBC, Joy Reid.
Joe Biden comes in with certain deficits. He has a stutter. You know, it is more difficult for him to communicate for that reason. So there's a lot to mitigate the way that he speaks, and you can understand it, and we've observed him for a long time. That said, I, too, was on the phone throughout much of the debate with Obama world people, with Democrats, with people who are political operatives, with campaign operatives. My phone really never stopped buzzing throughout. And the universal reaction was somewhere approaching panic. The people who were texting with me were very concerned about President Biden seeming extremely feeble.
He did. Seeming
extremely weak. And you know, I'll just reiterate what I said earlier. President Biden had one job tonight, and it was one primary job. And yes, it was to litigate Donald Trump's, you know, criminality and all of those things, but he had to settle his own party. He needed to settle Democrats. Democrats, you know, they always talk about Democrats are bedwetters and Democrats are always panicking. Yes, Democrats are always panicking. They're always scared, right? They're always thinking they're going to lose. Like Democrats are very pessimistic.
Continuously because of shit like this.
They are. They're neurotic. But Joe Biden's job was to reassure them tonight. His job was to calm his party, to make them feel that, yes, I can do this. I have 4 more years in me. I have the ability and the stamina and the strength to do 4 more years. He did not do that.
He absolutely did not do that. He does not look like he is going to live much longer. I can't believe the Democrats once again trying to steal victory or defeat from the jaws of victory. That's what they always do. Meanwhile, on MSNBC, here's Ari Melber's take on it.
Ari, I want to hear your take on how things went tonight.
Joe Biden lost the debate, and the larger question is whether he lost the room. And he may not have lost the room. People have lost debates before and come back. And in the days and weeks ahead, if the party has its reaction and then moves forward, so be it. If, however, he lost the room, and we were talking about this before and why debates matter, and this is an example of why debates matter. If he lost the room and those people who are part of the Democratic coalition and part of the so-called base were soft to begin with, this was their main concern, is he up to it? And they now don't think he is. If he lost that part of the room and some of the general election room, then tonight may be one of the most pivotal moments in this campaign.
The worst thing that could possibly happen happened. Good God, Democrats. Meanwhile, over on CBS, pretty much the same story.
You know, voters were watching this. Republicans were watching this, independents who haven't decided, and then Democrats and Democratic lawmakers. What are officials who hold office in the Democratic Party saying tonight about President Biden's performance?
There are at least some House Democrats who were gathered tonight watching this together, talking to the White House about having him step down. That's how bad it was in their view. Remember, If
only someone had said this months ago. If someone had gone public, begged everybody to jump on board with helping me push Joe Biden out. You know how many fucking viewers I lost from that? I lost so many people for trying to call for Biden's removal before it was too fucking late, which it now is, folks. People still haven't fucking come back. People still mad at me about that, for telling the fucking truth, for predicting exactly what the fuck just happened.
Democrats are on the verge of trying to get back the majority. They're nervous about doing that in places in these battleground states where they're going to need a strong top of the ticket. They may need to rely on a strong Senate or gubernatorial candidate, and in some cases they don't have it.
Step down before the convention?
Well, to at least throw up somebody else instead of the president that debated tonight.
Anybody else would be better, folks. Could throw a rock, hit somebody walking by would be fucking better. Meanwhile, over on CNN.
Well, listen, I've covered the Biden White House now for 3.5 years, and as someone that's reported on his age quite a few times, I can tell you that the White House's response every single time it has come up for 3.5 years has been to deflect, to gaslight, to not tell the truth, not just to reporters, not just to other Democrats, but even at times to themselves about the president's limitations at his age. There's a reason why he has not done as many interviews or press conferences as any president in decades. There's a reason he does not do events almost ever before 10 a.m. and is rarely on camera after 6 p.m. And the reason is because he has limitations. He is 81 years old, but the problem was they weren't.
He's an old 81 too. I see 81-year-old people that are much more with it than Joe Biden is. Fucking Trump. I hate Trump. But there's no way you can watch that debate and think that Trump wasn't much more alive. He seemed like he always is. He lied his ass off, of course. Nonstop lies is all he does. But he did it with energy, with fervor, like he knew what the fuck he was saying. Unlike Joe Biden, who seemed confused and lost the entire goddamn time. Just fucking terrible. And here's Joe Biden from just 4 years ago, folks. This is how far he's fallen so quickly. Well, actually, this is another one from MSNBC.
And when you get these moments in history, sometimes it's the first lady who has to tell her husband the time's up, meaning Harry Truman didn't run in 1952. The Korean War was going on and said, look, we're not running. Adlai Stevenson ran because we got to take care of the war and we'll go back to independence.
They're talking about having his wife remove him. Somebody has to step in and help this old man off the stage.
It's Lyndon Johnson, March of '68, Vietnam War, but mainly Johnson's heart was bad, health issues. Lady Bird told Lyndon we're going back to Texas. It would have to be Jill Biden who told Joe, let's step down and let Kamala Harris be president, meaning in real time, and then get a new vice president, and then open it up in August and see who the nominees will be.
Nah, that seems like a bad idea. Just don't run anymore. Let somebody else run. You don't have to step down right now. You can carry out your term, but then let somebody else get a crack at it. Meanwhile, even Mehdi Hassan, king amongst us all, has jumped off the Joe Biden bandwagon and is asking him to step down.
The CNN debate, Biden v. Trump, is over. That's 90 minutes of my life I'll never get back. We learned 3 things tonight. Number 1, Donald Trump still lies a lot. He lied all night long about infanticide, insurrection, Iran, and more. Number 2, the CNN moderators failed to fact check, failed to hold Trump's feet to the fire. It even took them 39 whole minutes to even mention Trump's support for insurrection. And number 3, Joe Biden's got to go. The Democrats need a new presidential candidate. And I say that as someone who has never said this before. I say that as someone who hasn't spent the past few months obsessing over Joe Biden's age or that he's too senile. In fact, I'm someone who said that Donald Trump is way more incoherent, way more demented than Joe Biden is. But not tonight. Tonight was a car crash for the Biden presidency, for the Biden campaign. It was painful to watch. At times, I'm sorry, it felt like elder abuse. You had the 81-year-old president of the United States unable to finish his whispered sentences, looking like a deer in the headlights, unable to hit back against a convicted felon standing just a few feet away. This was the moment that I knew Joe Biden has to go.
Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said.
Yep, it's bad. This is the narrative going all around both social media and regular media. Biden has to go, too old, too feckless. Meanwhile, New York Times calling for it. To serve his country, President Biden should leave the race. And yep, even Emma starting to think there is real momentum internally in the Democratic Party to make this happen. The New York Times editorial board wouldn't stick their necks out like this if there weren't. Entitled to serve his country, President Biden should leave the race. Hassan seemed to be having fun with it, though. Hassan was having a good night last night covering it, but I agree with what he says. It's so cool that every 4 years the Democratic Party talks about democracy being on the ballots, and then they roll out the most dog shit candidate, immediately undermining the severity of the point they're trying to make. If it really is on the line, all of democracy, if our country really is in danger, why are you trotting out a corpse weekend at Bernie style to lose? Are you trying to fucking lose on purpose, Democrats? It seems like they are. I don't want to be conspiratorial. Hey, I got an idea. If you're going to weekend at Bernie somebody, Jimmy Carter's still alive. Let's try Jimmy Carter out. Could he do a worse job than Joe Biden at this point? Not sure. Trot the crypt keeper out at this point, folks. Anybody, literally fucking anybody. Meanwhile, this is what I was talking about before. Here he is from 2012. This is just 4 years ago. Tell me this man hasn't had an incredible slide very rapidly in 4 years.
Vice President Biden.
Let me translate. Let me have a chance to translate.
I'll come back in a second then, right?
First of all, I was there when Ronald Reagan tax breaks, when he gave specifics of what he was going to cut. No, number one, in terms of tax expenditures. Number two, 97% of the small businesses in America.
So this was 2012. So this was 14 years ago, not 4 years ago.
Pay less, make less than $250,000. Let me tell you who some of those other small businesses are. Hedge funds that make $600-800 million a year. That's what they count as small businesses because
way too much Botox now. He's got his face pulled back like this, and he's whispering. He can barely even talk now. Doesn't know where he is. Just good God.
They're passed through. Let's look at how sincere they are. Governor Romney on 60 Minutes, I guess it was about 10 days ago, was asked, Governor, you pay 14% on $20 million. Someone making $50,000 pays more.
12 years ago. Whatever. Math is hard. It was 2000. Yeah, it's 12 years ago. Don't fucking correct my math live on the air. I got an 8th grade education in Mississippi. I will own you with my math. And then you knew it was bad, folks, when Kamala Harris was getting out there saying, forget everything you just saw. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
True. All that may be true. But the president of the United States was not able to make that case to Donald Trump on the stage tonight. I mean, you debated against then Vice President Vice President Biden 4 years ago, and he was a very different person on the stage 4 years ago when you debated him. You must, I mean, that's certainly true, is it not?
Anderson, the point has to be performance in terms of what a president does. A president who incites an insurrection against the Capitol. No, but I got the point that you're making about a 1.5 hour debate tonight. I'm talking about 3.5 years of performance in work that has been historic.
Yeah, no one has ever murdered more children in 3.5 years, Anderson Cooper. He's killing them all. Give him credit for that. Meanwhile, folks, I'm not saying that people want Gavin Newsom to be the new nominee, but Governor Newsom arrived in the spin room. Almost all of the journalists are gathering around him. Yep, look at this shit. Got a sea of cameras on Gavin Newsom. Meanwhile, he's definitely running. Here's how you know he's running, because he's pretending like he ain't running.
You were out there getting a chorus of questions about whether Biden should step down. There is panic that has set in. There is panic that has set in among people who have watched this debate, who are Democrats, people who are strategists, and some even inside Democratic campaigns. Yeah. Do you think it's unfounded?
Well, I think it's unhelpful, and I think it's unnecessary. We've got to go in and got to keep our heads high. And as I say, we've got to have the back of this president. You don't turn your back because of one performance. What kind of party?
Not why I'm turning my back. It's all the performances. It's everything. It's the butchering of all the children, all of it. But it's a bad performance. Let's not get that twisted, Gavin.
He does that. It's been a masterclass. 15.6 million jobs. That's 8 times more than the last 3 Republican presidents combined. The only thing the last 3 Republican presidents have in common is recessions. Democrats deliver. This president has delivered. We need to deliver for him at this moment. With all due respect, the more time we start having these conversations, go down these rabbit holes, it's unhelpful to our democracy, our fate and future of this country.
You know what's unhelpful to our democracy? Running a corpse. That's what's really fucking unhelpful. Running somebody that we can't be excited about, we can't possibly get behind. We can't, with a straight face, say he is up to the duty in which he is being charged. Meanwhile, he's grinning his ass off, folks.
Are you going to be the next Democratic nominee?
No, our nominee is Joe Biden. I'm looking forward to voting for him in November. He's going to be our nominee.
Because you know that everyone are talking about you as a possible nominee now.
Thanks.
Are you enjoying it?
Yeah.
We're going up here?
Yep. I'm looking at that smile.
Are you going to be the next?
Yep. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. And lots of cope, though, folks. First off, people are wanting Jon Stewart to run. Jon Stewart posted, and they're like, run, motherfucker, do it. Jon Stewart, you're the only one who can save us. Please, Jon Stewart, do it, do it. But all the Democratic influencers are out in full force. First off, here's the official Democrats' Twitter social media. The winner of tonight's debate, Joe Biden, definitely. Isn't that what we all saw, folks? Didn't he totally win, this Joe Biden character? He 100% won. We can all agree on that. This is not gaslighting in any way possible. Even Obama was out there, and he was like, bad debate nights happen. Yeah, it just happens, folks. Even I admit that was dog shit. Ouch, ouch. When your boy Obama saying you shit the bed, looking bad. He's like, trust me, I know you never had a debate performance like that, Barack Obama. Don't lie. You never went out there and looked like you were being kept alive by witchcraft. Trust me, I know, but this election is still a choice between someone who has fought for ordinary folks his entire life and someone who only cares about himself. That's true. Between someone who tells the truth, who knows right from wrong, blah, blah. They both lie, but I mean, Trump's way worse. There's no doubt about that. So still, let's cope. Meanwhile, Mark Hamill, pro-Zionist, pro-genocide, loves him some Joe Biden. One off night doesn't change the fact that Joe Biden is most legislatively successful POTUS in our lifetime. I don't know about that. I mean, better than Trump, that's for sure. But yeah, even Mark Hamill, like he having a bad night. Nobody trying to pretend like it was good. One off night also doesn't change the fact that the former guy is a convicted felon, yes, but we shouldn't have a zombie dead man on the ticket for us. Quit trying to lie and gaslight us on this. It's very frustrating. Just fucking admit it. He's not up to the job. We should have picked somebody better. We should still pick somebody better while we have a chance. Meanwhile, Christopher Boozy, Biden, fuck your debate panicking. Yeah, they're all like, fuck you guys for telling the truth about the horrors we just witnessed. You are just panicking. No, we're telling the truth. Like, we are not cult members. We're not like Trumpists, where he could literally murder somebody. He could molest a child in front of us, and we would be like, oh my God, can I lick your ball sack, Trump? We're not like that. We tell the truth about what we fucking see. And Joe Biden is a corpse, not up to the task. Don't lie to us about it. That's insulting. Alex Cole, another one of these Democratic operatives. This is why I quit calling myself a Democrat, because as Butcher Biden murdering thousands of children, they never caught him out for it. They still stunt for him every step of the way. They lost every bit of credibility they have. Alex Cole. Trump could eat a baby alive on television. Republicans would stand behind him and support him. Exactly. That's why when Biden is clearly not up to the task, we don't act like Trumpers. We call him out for it. We stand up for what's right. Right? No, of course not. Joe Biden had one rough night. Wasn't just one rough night. Had a lot of rough nights. Had a lot of child murders. A lot of stuff that he should be called out for. Right, Alex Cole? And Democrats are already pissing their pants and panicking. We're panicking because it's bad. Because you guys put a candidate in place who has a very, very great chance of losing to Donald Trump, 34-time convicted felon. Okay? It's fucking bad, dude. The problem is that you are gaslighting and you are not joining us in order to correct this fucking problem. Even Rubin, who is a trans comedian who I follow and like, just because you think Alfred is too old to take care of the Batcave, you don't replace him with the Joker. Literally nobody is talking about replacing Joe Biden with Donald Trump. We're literally talking about replacing Joe Biden with somebody who can beat Donald Trump. That's the whole fucking point of all this. Why are you guys continuously gaslighting us? It's so fucking infuriating. Stop it. Meanwhile, Brooklyn Dad, another one of these Democratic operatives. When you get knocked down, you get up again. So he had another speech. I'll get to that in a minute. Had a speech today that was much more coherent, much more lively. He's better, way better when he's reading for the teleprompter. But Cowboy Red, Joe is old. He speaks slow. He moves slow. But he understands the questions, does he? He didn't articulate that very well. Answers them, doubt. Provides context, nope. Knowledge, nope. Shows he understands international affairs, nope. He is coherent. He literally wasn't coherent. That's the whole problem. I need y'all to stop acting like he's just lost and dealing with Alzheimer's and shit. He just know that's exactly what he acted like. Yes, he might be old. He might be confused. He might not know where the fuck he is, but that's no reason not to make him president. Yes, it is. That's exactly the reason we shouldn't have him running on the Democratic ticket. What the fuck? You guys have got us into this goddamn situation, and instead of waking up and helping us solve it, you still doubling, tripling, quadrupling down on this fucking bullshit while the Democratic Party goes down in flames. It's like you guys love to fucking lose. It's the craziest shit I've ever seen. The biggest fucking losers on the goddamn planet are the Democrats. The weakest sacks of fucking sissy bullshit. Sharon Stone out there talking about women are ready to vote. So ladies, remember, no matter how sleepy Joe may have seemed, he's wide awake for you. He wasn't wide awake. Stop gaslighting us, Sharon Stone. You would be better than Joe Biden at this point. Anybody would, except for Trump. Any Democrat would. Yeah, Bernie, get Bernie back in there. He older than fucking Joe Biden, but he's way more coherent. Meanwhile, Joe Biden gave a speech today, and it was like a different human being. Much better reading off the teleprompter. I don't know what the fuck got into him. Where was this motherfucker last night? Which is what everybody is saying. Here's another Democratic operative who I used to respect, but now I just see as a Democratic shill, Aaron Rupar. This is a good message, owning up to last night and tying it in with the resilience he's shown personally and politically throughout his life. Here's today's speech.
Close with this. I know I'm not a young man. State the obvious.
Yeah.
Well, I know.
Resign immediately. You aren't up for the task. You proved it. Get the fuck out of there.
Well, I don't. Folks, I don't walk as easy as I used to. I don't speak as smoothly as I used to. I don't debate as well as I used to.
True story.
But I know what I...
So therefore, resign immediately and let somebody in there who can do it. Hey, being a good orator, being able to speak is a very important job of being the fucking president of the United States. Being coherent, being alive. Okay? If you can't do it, move on. Go towards the light, motherfucker.
I do know. I know how to tell the truth.
You lied repeatedly about the Israeli-Palestine genocide, dude.
I know.
Fuck the blue MAGA.
I know right from wrong. And I know how to do this job.
How many children have you murdered,
I know how
Biden?
to get things done. And I know, like millions of Americans know, when you get knocked down, you get back up.
You got knocked down last night. That's all it was, folks. It wasn't that I'm a doddering old fool who didn't know what the fuck I was. It's because I got knocked down. And so everybody's spreading this today, all the Democratic operatives. Why does he sound clear and on point at a party just minutes later? Yeah.
Except he's just a liar.
It's almost like he was trying to lose on purpose or some shit.
Over
Weird.
the next couple of days, they're going to be out there fact checking all the things he said.
No, they're going to be talking about how you should resign, dude.
He said that was true.
That's what they're actually talking about. That's the narrative. Victoria, gently from the bottom of my heart, with no malice in my words, where the fuck was this during the debate, Joe? Don't know. Don't know, Victoria. Wish I knew. Holy moly, President Biden just knocked it out of the park. You have to see this. He was so coherent after the debate. T-Pain selling it like Joe Biden is the comeback kid. That's the real story we should be shilling, folks, on how he can look like he's a corpse who doesn't know where the fuck he is, and the next day seem coherent. That's what we should be spreading, say the Democratic operatives. Even Joe Biden spreading. My dad had an expression. He said, champ, it's not how many times you get knocked down, it's how quickly you get up. I'm told there's even a song about it. It's the same thing. And they're playing the Tub Thumping song, and everybody on board with it, all the Democratic shills. If I had $100 million, I'd drop this in an ad across every swing state. Yeah, this is a genius idea, folks.
I know, like millions of Americans know, when you get knocked down, you get back up.
Yay! That's what we want. We want a president who gets the shit kicked out of him because he don't know where the fuck he is. And the next day is slightly more coherent. Let's spend $100 million on that, Democrats. We're real geniuses. We definitely going to beat Donald Trump. If this ain't an advertisement for getting a good night's sleep, man, took a nap, grabbed a cup of coffee, and sliced Trump to pieces like John Wick. No, he didn't. That is not the story of the day. The story of the day is he's a feckless old corpse. And you guys are just selling us bullshit. Lots of pundits are going to be deleting their tweets soon. Nobody deleting their tweets because we saw what happened last night. And there's no amount of gaslighting that's going to change what the debate was. No matter how good he was at reading the teleprompter today, it doesn't fucking change. He got smoked last night by Donald goddamn Trump of all fucking people. Democrats, losers all the fucking time. So let's check the aftermath of it a little bit, folks. Maybe things aren't as bad. First off, let's see who the CNN flash poll thought won the debate. Here's a Hassan Abi.
And the answer is a resounding
Biden, 33% thought won. Trump, 67% thought won.
67% of debate watchers in our poll.
Seems bad. Literally nobody thought Biden won. Meanwhile, here's Americans reacting to the debate last night. Oh, it was deleted, whatever. It was everybody going, oh my fucking God. Basically the face I was making as I was drinking all night. But a dumpster fire, CNN a host faces blowback. CNN got a lot of shit because they just let Donald Trump lie his fucking ass off the entire time. No fact checking whatsoever. What we need to have happen, folks, and I'm totally serious about this, we have to have a giant screen behind them where ChatGPT listens to everything that they say and then in real time debunks their information. Now, the technology is not quite there yet. It's almost there. But a year or two from now, 100% what should happen. They shouldn't be allowed to lie with impunity on stage. And, of course, CNN just letting it happen because CNN doesn't give a shit. CNN run by a Trump supporter. And, yeah, people shitting on CNN for their horrible goddamn job, which they rightly deserve. Meanwhile, not all bad news for Joe Biden, folks. Some people thought he did fine. Some people think he's going to still win, and they're still going to vote for him. Here's an undecided Pennsylvania voter.
If the election were tomorrow, who would you vote for?
Me? Say no. I'll vote for Biden, for sure.
Would that have been your answer before the debate?
No.
If the election
I don't
were
understand
tomorrow,
that.
Who would you vote for?
How did this debate make you more likely to vote for Joe Biden? That's just idiocy, but whatever. But apparently several people thought that way. Michigan, undecided voter.
When it comes to a strong leader and what we're looking for in a leader, I'm looking for somebody that I trust to be able to uphold policies that will protect me and are more concerned for the general well-being of everybody in the United States, which I got more from Biden, considering he did a lot more talking about policies, what he's done and what he plans to do. Whereas on the other side from Trump, all I really heard was, I've done this and it was the best ever, but I never heard what it was. When it comes—
So maybe not so bad. Maybe it doesn't fucking matter how much of a corpse he is. According to Newsweek, undecided voters say they now support Joe Biden after the debate. It's loony land. A group of undecided Latino voters said they would vote for President Joe Biden after watching his Thursday night debate with former President Donald Trump. Headlines about Biden stumbling over his words and being difficult to hear have not stopped since he and Trump went head-to-head in the first 2024 presidential debate in Atlanta. Even some Democrats have called for the party to reconsider its options. Yes, we have. But some Latino voters said otherwise, according to American Spanish-language TV network Univision. So that's curious. Maybe it's because they don't speak English. Don't know. And here's a Pennsylvania voter also basically saying the same thing on Meet the Press.
If it's a Biden and Trump race, then I would vote for Biden, even if he was dead.
No chance I'd stay home.
I mean, yeah, but we shouldn't be happy about it. That's the thing. We should be acting like this is a good thing because it's fucking not. Meanwhile, I guess good for Biden. The debate viewership was down 35% from the first 2020 debate. So nobody watching. I guess that's the little bit of good news Democrats can pull out from this. And also, apparently, after that disastrous debate, I guess Democrats were like, holy shit, Biden needs all the help he can get. So yesterday, he pulled in $14 million compared to Trump's $8 million. So that's good. They're like, let's pump this fucking zombie up with some cash, y'all. Can't hurt. Meanwhile, Republican Chip Roy is trying to invoke the 25th Amendment to get Biden out there. Breaking, Republican Chip Roy has said that today he will introduce resolution calling for VP Harris to start 25th Amendment process to remove Biden due to mental incompetency. Of course, this is not going anywhere. No one's going to vote for this. And CNN reports he's not planning on stepping down. Breaking, CNN just reported that not only does President Biden not plan on dropping out, he is committed to a second debate, oh boy, with Donald Trump in September. I hope you prepare way, way better for that one. Couldn't goddamn do any worse, I guess. That's the only positive. And that is my debate coverage for tonight, folks. Trump is too racist to appeal to many non-white voters. I hope so. My God, I can't believe they had me supporting a child murdering corpse. It's just so grim what this fucking country has become. Elect a father figure. Elect somebody who can do the goddamn job. Somebody who is alive. That's what I vote. Yeah, it's a Ruth Ginsburg situation. She should have resigned. Would have probably saved Roe versus Wade. Would have saved us a lot of hassle and trouble, but didn't have the decency to do that, and neither does Joe Biden. Obama would have been dying inside watching Joe in the debate. I'm sure he was. He even admitted it was a shit performance. I don't see how anybody could lie about that. I'm still riding with Biden. I mean, if that's our only two choices, you don't really have a fucking choice, but don't gaslight me into pretending like this is a good thing. Don't gaslight me into pretending like Joe Biden is a decent man, because he's not. Don't gaslight me into pretending like Joe Biden is a good candidate, because he's not. Don't gaslight me into believing Joe Biden is up for the task in which he's been charged, because he's fucking not. The only, and I mean fucking only reason to back Joe Biden is because the alternative is Donald Trump, and that's fucking it. Anything else that you say to me will be met with anger. Immense fucking anger. Because you can insult my mama, you can insult my dead daddy, but don't you goddamn insult my fucking intelligence. That'll piss me the fuck off. And all right, folks, I got a Patreon site. Hell yeah, Patreon. It's the lifeblood of the show, other than the super chats. It's right here. Shut up, Dusty. Nobody wants to hear you talk. Glad you don't do it for a living. If you click on the more button on every video I make, the very first links to my Patreon. Could you guys please consider joining my Patreon? I'm trying to get my show going. The only way I keep this show on the air, the only way I pay my light bills, the only way I pay to feed these floating kitties is if the users that watch this show support the show. I don't cut anybody out of money. I don't sell fucking shit. I don't make any money off the advertising. None of it goes to me, folks. So if you enjoy my show, please consider chipping in $1 or $2. Like, you won't even notice it off your credit card every month or your PayPal or whatever, but it all adds up and it really helps me keep going. So if you like the show, please support the art you enjoy so it doesn't disappear. And all right, let's read the super chats. We're going to switch over to the fan funding. I think that worked pretty good last time. We're going to see how it works tonight. All right, fan funding. Scroll up. Hell yeah. BBC starting us off huge. BBC says, we are doomed. Doomed as doom could be, I must say. Number 2, I will try to catch you all tonight if I can, hopefully. I appreciate all of you who have subbed to my channels. Everybody go sub to BBC's new channel if you want more of the Dusty community. I will be posting new content when I get back home. I put in extra work on the poll this week to get my kitty tied together. Hell, you did it. Shake that moneymaker, BBC. I appreciate you. Had just a little bit of weed left over last night, which helped take the edge off from that horrible bullshit I had to sit through. And Jason Ashby with 5 socialisms. You're awesome, Jason. If you got a ticket, thanks to Jason Ashby. Show up at a nice after party. Got a big after party for you guys, and give Jason your love. And Rebecca Boyd, $20. What, Rebecca? The debate, the corrupt Supreme Court, genocide of the Palestinians, and the real possibility that this is the last election has led feeling a genuine sense of doom. Glad to not be alone during this terrifying time. Hey, we're all in this together. And we're going to stay together regardless of what happens. So don't lose hope, Rebecca. And thank you for your generosity. I appreciate you. Did you see Biden's official tweet? Read debate? Oh, my God. Which one? I showed some of them. You'll have to be more specific. Hey, Dusty. Hey, Zamira Patois. Can you please spend the night with my girlfriend? She wants the full Dusty experience. Nobody wants to be disappointed that bad, trust me. She takes it everywhere, and I do mean everywhere. Thanks. Nope. I like your girlfriend too much to put her through that. And member for 5 months, Ember, thank you. Appreciate you. Jason Ashby, one ticket bought for one of you lucky motherfuckers. Thank you, Jason. Venture Fan, $10. I was too embarrassed to watch the whole thing. So frustrating. Yes, alcohol definitely helps. Lizzie Bennett, $5. I've been between sucking off Israel, okay, and talking about their golf game. That was the worst debate I've ever seen. I want my 2 hours back. Yes, definitely in my lifetime. And I've been covering politics since I was 12 years old. Not covering it. I've been reading about it. I've been keeping track of it. That's what I was doing when I was a fucking dipshit little kid, listening to Rush Limbaugh with my Republican ass. That was by far the worst debate I've ever seen. It was so embarrassing for this country. What a shame. Agent Orange, that was rough to watch. $25, very generous. Thank you, Agent Orange. Biden almost pulled a Mitch McConnell. I know, right? Glitching out. There at the beginning, LOL, you could see the Apple loading wheel sitting above his head. Haha, yeah, I know, right? Weekend at Bernie style. Thank you, Agent Orange. Diane R's, $10. If Democrats weren't ashamed of what happened to Dianne Feinstein, then they won't feel ashamed of what's happening to Biden. Yeah, Dianne Feinstein, another great example with Ruth Bader Ginsburg. They have no shame. We're doomed. Where's the asteroid? Not coming fast enough. Thank you, Diane R's. And WSD time, $5. At this point, I feel like that aliens have taken over and they're disguised as our leaders. Seriously, this can't be real. I mean, obviously, we live in some kind of simulation, and the programmer programming the simulation has a wicked sense of humor, and he made it a dark comedy, and he's just trying to make it so over the top that even we can't deny it's a dark comedy anymore, yet somehow we still manage to deny it. I got you, Creator God. I got you. And Agent Orange, get to 5. Hell yeah, 5. The Dusty Show memberships. Awesome, Agent Orange. You guys got a ticket. Show up at the party tonight and give Agent Orange your love. Kevin Milligan, $30. Very generous. I had to get another new job because I need them medical benefits. Yeah, that's why unemployment is so low, because everybody has to have 3 jobs to get by now. Now I'm up way past my bedtime. Kudos to Dusty for calling it months ago, and now Dems are scrambling on the news, freaking out about zombies. Skynet 24. Yeah, it's so frustrating that I called this out months ago and had so many people leave the show. So many people message me and tell me that I was only going to help Donald Trump get elected, that I should be ride or die for Biden regardless of what the fuck happened. Gaslighting me. It's so fucking frustrating. Still haven't come back. Still won't admit that I was right and you were fucking wrong. That's all right. That's all right. Jason Ashby, 5 socialisms, another 5 tickets for you lucky son bitch. Check the community section of YouTube for your ticket to tonight's after party and give Jason Ashby the love if you got one of those memberships. YT Wonder with $30. Dusty, I'm afraid they'll make Kamala Harris the presidential candidate. God damn it. I wouldn't be surprised. Better than Biden for sure, slightly. I mean, at least she's alive, true. But I think she'd lose to Trump, yes. Do you think she'd stand a chance? No. Kamala Harris has no fucking chance against Donald Trump. She's a horrible, horrible candidate. Can't speak, doesn't know what the fuck she's saying, has no positions, has no platform, just Bad, very bad. Blue MAGA is annoying, but I feel there will be still many that vote for Biden because of the SC. Clarence Thompson Alito will soon retire. All right. Well, do what you got to do. I mean, I still think you should vote for fucking Biden, so whatever. Supers are and highlighted memberships show up here. Yes, they do. There you go, Dusty. This is better than shouting at the TV. Hey, thank you, Tim Apple. I appreciate that. Little Eye 3D, $4.99. Good job. Hey, good job with you, Little Eye 3D. It's more important that Trump loses than Biden winning. I mean, that's true, but it's still not good. None of this is good. Not going to pretend like it's good. And one more from Jason Ashby. Thank you, Jason Ashby. Appreciate you. And if you guys want to get your super chats in, do so. Also, hit the like button. Leave comments if you're watching the replay. That helps with the algorithm. But most importantly, join my Patreon. I need more patrons to be able to keep the lights on and help out me and the Floating Kitties. Thank you in advance. And all right, folks, move right along. We're all sped up tonight. It's time for some What the Fuck. What the fuck? And first off, on tonight's What the Fuck, I don't know what to say about this one, y'all. Apparently, this is Uchino Ari, a candidate in the Tokyo gubernatorial race. Let's see how she's handling her debate.
可愛いだけじゃなくてセクシーでしょ。どう？やだ。I'm so kawaii. そんな目で見ないで。うちの愛理。そろそろ覚えた？内外のうちに野原のの。愛情の愛に里でうちの愛理です。皆さん LINE のお友達登録してね。ちゃんと一人一人心を込めてお返事。
So sadly, more coherent than Joe Biden. Somehow, she stripped during her official public television speech, asking viewers if they thought she was sexy. She asked them to add her as a friend on messaging app Line and pledged to respond to everyone. And I'm for it, folks. Sign me up. Where do I vote? Meanwhile, in the Philippines, apparently this movie theater had a slight issue with the sprinkler system. And that seems bad. There's your problem right there.
In a Philippines movie theater, a malfunctioning sprinkler system is pouring a huge amount of water onto attendees.
Leave immediately. Why are you still there?
And it's about to get
out,
a whole
you
lot
idiots.
worse.
What are well, that's what happened to you. Yeah, okay. Well, that's a little Darwin Award winner, isn't it? If you're getting fucking water poured all over you, leave the theater, you fucking morons. Good God. Yeah, 4D movie. Excellent. I actually want to go see that now. Yeah, that's a good point. And I don't know if this is an old video or not. It might be vintage. I like vintage videos. This is why you never turn your back on your opponent, folks. So this is how playing possum can help. So this guy getting the shit kicked out of him. He got kicked in the face while you're down, and he's like, he's out. He's like, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna kick you one time. Boom, and he doesn't even. He puts his hand up. Oh, but he's there. He's fine. He's fine. And you turn your back on him. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, ow, yeah. Okay, that's what happened to you. You got a rock in the back of the head, didn't you? Never underestimate your opponent. And watch, it's two birds with one stone. Kicks him in the face. Turns his back. You're old, my cunt. Picks up a rock, and then it hits two people. Boom, boom. Yeah. Don't fuck with that dude. He's hardcore. Don't kick him in the face while he's down. And then on the what the fuck. You guys see this? Apparently there is a giant sinkhole in the middle of a soccer field in Alton, Illinois. And look, folks, I ain't pretending like I'm some expert on soccer, but just in my humble opinion, don't play there. Do not play soccer on that field. It's got a big hole in it. Seems bad. I mean, you do whatever you want to. You do whatever you feel like you need to do. But I suggest don't play soccer there. All right, I know. Going out on a limb on that one. And did you guys hear about this story? A Missouri woman poisoned her husband's Mountain Dew. Why'd she do that? Because he wasn't thankful enough for the 50th birthday party she threw for him. Yikes, don't piss this woman off. A Missouri woman is charged with multiple felonies for allegedly spiking her husband's Mountain Dew with Roundup weed killer and insecticide repeatedly to be mean to him, authorities said. Michelle Y. Peters, 47, of Lebanon, is accused of secretly putting Roundup in her husband's 2-liter bottles of Mountain Dew he stored in a garage refrigerator during May and June. On Sunday, she also allegedly laced the beverage with insecticide. She was being held on no bond Friday afternoon at the blah, 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 blah. On the day of arrest, she was mad because she had thrown him a 50th birthday party, and he was not appreciative. Uh-oh. Might want to leave her. Imagine what she's going to do if you don't leave the toilet seat down. Seems bad. And then, I don't know if this one's true or not, folks. I guess this is a streamer who calls himself Speed? I guess he calls himself Speed. This dude seems annoying to me. It's like going around harassing people for clicks. But anyway, the gist of this one is he's still rich as shit, and he wants to buy this car, and this German dude is so racist that he won't even give him the time of day, won't even make $75,000 and sell his car to this kid because he's black.
I can buy this?
If you can.
You selling it?
Read.
How many miles on it? And it's going for 75,000, right? Yeah? All right. That's what it says. Okay. Can I test drive it to see if I like it? No? Just around a... Okay.
Nope, you can't drive while black.
Well, how much did you buy this for?
Check his phone now. I'm not telling you.
How much did you buy this for? Like when you first bought it?
I think we'll stop here.
Huh?
I think we stop here.
Yeah.
You stop here. He's asking you how much did you buy it for when you bought it.
Yeah, I'm asking how much you bought it for.
Then you dropped the price.
Yeah, bro, I'm serious. I'm not trolling. Like I'm trying to buy it. I got the money.
Yeah, he wants serious. He wants serious buyers.
Yeah, I'm serious though. Why do you think I'm not? I'm serious. I'm serious. How much did you buy it for? You don't want to sell it to me? Okay then, just say that. Well, I mean, you got it for sale, bro. Okay.
But not to you, Speed. There's something about you I don't like. I can't put my blackity black. So anyway, way to go, Germany. And one more. Folks, warning, murder is about to happen. Do not watch this clip. Do not watch this clip. Do not watch this clip. So in America, for those of you living in other countries, the police here believe they have the right to murder you if you don't immediately obey them. They are the judge, jury, and executioner. They don't have to feel threatened in any way. They can just not like what you're doing. Like if you run away from them or you refuse to be handcuffed, they can just kill you for it. Case in point, this prisoner tries to run away from this cop, and the cop murders him by shooting him in the back. Here he is. So he's like, nope, I'm not letting you arrest me. And then just gun him down to the back with people all around in a crowded hospital. Just shoot this man in the back. Yep, boom, shoot him in the back. That's how we roll in America. Why is there no audio? There it is.
Get on your stomach.
Get on your stomach, dead man.
Right. Get on your stomach now.
I just shot you multiple times in the back. Get on your stomach.
Get on your stomach now.
I feel threatened.
Someone get this person
Stop resisting, unarmed man. Yeah, someone get this person.
Body camera footage starts with now former Hays County Correction Officer Isaiah Garcia watching 36-year-old Joshua Wright finish up in a patient restroom at Seton Hospital in Kyle. As Wright exits, body camera footage appears to show him assaulting the officer, then making a run for it. Garcia chases him through the hospital and fires his weapon.
Get on your stomach. Mr. Wright, get on your stomach now.
This is the video Wright's family and friends have pleaded to see for the last year and a half.
They took something from me that can't be replaced. And I just want to know why.
Why did you do this? God man can do whatever they want to do.
They finally have an answer, and after watching the video, District Attorney Kelly Higgins says last week he dropped Garcia's deadly conduct charge because they communicated their wishes to have the case dismissed after consulting with their legal representatives. After subsequently viewing the body cam footage of the shooting, the family persisted in requesting the dismissal.
Why?
The sheriff's office let Garcia go when he was first indicted on deadly conduct charges. Even though the case is dismissed, he will not be returning. Garcia agreed to...
Oh, good. He got fired for murder. Now he can go to another precinct. God damn it. We're the worst. Yay, America. And all right, that is my what the fuck coverage. Always the fucking same. I have no idea why the family would not want that guy prosecuted. Seems like a clear case of murder to me, but the suspect was tensing up. I know, right? I felt threatened. He was a giant black dude. Straight to execution. And here we go, my new bus, folks. The Dusty Show. We got Mr. Half Stash sitting back here on the new couch. Maxing and relaxing. Hell yeah. Haters are going to say this is AI, but nope, I drew this with my toes. And all right, folks. Get your super chats in and raise your power fist. Got a short one tonight. Don't bail out. No real violence in this one tonight, so don't bail out, but it's time to free Palestine. Wow, I know, it's not time. I just petted you. That doesn't mean it's time. I don't even have any treats for you guys tonight because you assholes don't even fucking eat them. You don't even eat them. None of you eat even fucking treat. That's how spoiled you are with your nasty ass. Yeah, so I don't want to fucking hear it. You ain't getting none. And first off, on Free Palestine, the ADL bragging about how they got laws passed in New York to make sure that you can't wear a mask on the subway anymore. Terrific. A foreign government making laws because they're mad that some anti-genocide protesters were wearing masks on the New York subway. So literally a foreign government lobbied our government, and now they're having laws passed for us on behalf of a foreign government. That's where we're at this country right now. The ADL. Remarks by ADL CEO Jonathan Greenblatt at the launch of Unmasked Hate, New York. Concealing one's identity in order to harass, intimidate, and terrorize Jews or any other group in New York is simply unacceptable. Today, ADL, along with our partners, was on hand to launch the coalition to ban such mask wearing in New York State. Join us in calling for this critical legislation. Yep, there go your rights. No more rights to protest, folks. A foreign government says you can't, so... Our country doesn't exist anymore. Our Constitution shredded by Israel. Meanwhile, ordinary Israelis brutalize ultra-Orthodox Jews protesting against forced conscription in the IOF. Can't do that. You have to go be fodder for our holy war just like everybody else is. Do not try to block the roads. We will assault you. You will murder children and you will like it. You're not real Jews like us, babe. Let's just assault you and kick you. Meanwhile, here's a cop just standing by not doing fucking shit. Barely even trying. If you haven't guessed, yes, Israelis. They trade American cops. This is where American cops get it from, folks. They don't give a shit. Yeah, police can wear a mask. Anybody else except for anti-genocide protesters. Meanwhile, Israel has released a video threatening Lebanon and its citizens. Oh, goody. The genocide of the Palestinian people is not going well, so they're trying to pull Hezbollah, Lebanon, Iran into a war so that Big Daddy bitch, the United States, can come in and rescue Bibi Netanyahu. Israel has released a warning video to Lebanese citizens threatening to destroy Lebanon and Lebanese city, as well as committing genocide and massacre like in Gaza because of Hezbollah. Israel plans to use the same rhetoric from Gaza that Hamas uses civilians and children as human shields. Here again, Israel will claim that Hezbollah uses the people of Lebanon as human shields. Unfortunately, Hezbollah is not Hamas and can retaliate in kind. Meanwhile, we know Israel uses human shields. They have a lot of their military right in the center of civilian infrastructure. They literally tie people to the front of their vehicles. But I guess they're going to nuke other countries and get us pulled into war, folks. They hate us. As well as they fucking should. We are the worst. Meanwhile, Israelis leaving like rats fleeing a sinking ship. This was yesterday at Ben Gurion International Airport. They're worried about conflict with Hezbollah, who has a way bigger military, way more weapons than Hamas does, can actually fight back. So they are fleeing en masse, folks. And the ex-Prime Minister Bennett urging Israelis not to leave as economy struggles, folks. Not doing good over there right now, Israel. There's so many boycotts going on. Former Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett yesterday called on Israelis not to leave Israel, which is going through its most difficult time since 1948. We are in the most difficult period since the War of Independence. Change in the war, international boycotts, damage to deterrence, 120 Israelis in captivity, thousands of bereaved families, a deserted Galilee, thousands of evacuees, ministers who only care about themselves, loss of control over the economy and the deficit. He wrote in a post on X after saying that he was very sad to hear a software engineer he knew was moving to Europe. Talk about leaving the country. This must not happen. Wait, I thought Jews didn't have any place to go. I thought that was the whole point of Israel. If Israel didn't exist, there was no place on the planet that Jews would be safe. That's what Joe Biden tells us over and over again. Seems like they have no trouble leaving Israel. Seems like they have plenty of places they can go and be safe. It's almost like you guys are completely full of shit, but keep the boycotts up, folks. Bankrupt these terrorist sacks of shit. Meanwhile, I don't agree with everything George says, but he nails it here.
But I've started a lot of interviews with pro-Palestinian guests, and I'll do it with you. And it's been a sort of controversial thing. People have sort of mocked me for it, but I kind of think it's a good starting point that to go back to October the 7th, when you realise the scale of what had happened that day, do you condemn what happened that day?
Well, I have to first correct you on something. It was by no means the single biggest slaughter in the Israel-Palestine chapter.
In one day?
In one day. In fact, in 5 hours, with Sharon on the roof shining a searchlight into the Sabra and Shatila camps in Beirut, 3,850 Palestinian women and children. There were only women and children because the men had all agreed to sail away to Tunisia as part of an American brokered deal. Now, younger viewers will not remember Sabra and Shatila, but those two names are burned in the minds of those older and who care about it. So that's triple the actual death toll on October the 7th.
Well, nearly 7,000 more were wounded on October the 7th.
Yeah, but the fact that you thought, I mean, this respectfully, that this was the biggest single day of slaughter is part of the problem. The lives, the blood of Palestinians is oftentimes by commentators and politicians regarded as less valuable than the blood of Israelis.
Yeah, Galloway nails it there, and Piers Morgan doesn't actually give a shit about any of this. He's just another media ghoul pushing the pro-Israeli narrative, helping children get murdered. But meanwhile, Medea Benjamin, super queen. Has there ever been a bigger queen on this planet? Leader of Code Pink on the House floor giving the monsters in our Congress the business.
I don't talk to insane people.
I don't talk to insane people. I dare you not want children to be murdered.
Congresswoman, how are you feeling about the visit of somebody who's been accused of war crimes?
Doesn't care.
Is that appropriate for the U.S. Congress to invite somebody who's been accused of war crimes by the International Criminal Court?
Yes. Doesn't care.
Do you recognize the International Criminal Court?
Nope.
You probably supported it when they went after Putin.
Yeah, that was different though.
You are a public official. It would be nice if you engaged. I don't talk to insane people. And why am I insane? Because I want to see an end to the killing of all.
Yes, that makes you insane in this country. If you don't blindly support everything Israel wants to do, even Holocaust, you're insane to our politicians because they don't work for us.
And you think that that's insane?
Yes. You didn't give her hundreds of thousands of dollars, you're insane.
To not have any concern for the 15,000 children who've been killed. What if they were Israeli children?
It'd be totally different.
What if 15,000 Israeli children had been killed? Would that be something you would speak out against?
Yes, yes it would.
What if they were Israeli children?
I don't see you.
What if Israeli children were being
You're not here right now. You're a
with no
ghost.
anesthesia? Would that be something you'd be concerned about?
Does having empathy make you insane?
Yes.
Is that what you're suggesting?
Yes, it is.
Does
Look at this
having
fucking
empathy
monster.
make you insane? That is a good question. Or does getting AIPAC money and being in this Congress make you insane?
Yes.
I think that's probably more insane than caring about children, which is natural.
Good God, what a queen she is. Holy shit. Why can't this be our president, folks? If there was any justice in the world, somebody like this, instead of the walking corpses we have in front of us, would be by far ahead on every ticket, winning in a landslide. But no, we're America. The joke of the fucking world. So we get what we fucking deserve, I guess. How much did you sell us out for? A couple $100,000 probably. This woman is the absolute best. Yes, she is. Queen amongst us all. And, all right, super chats. But now, religious bullshit. All the party people sing. Religious bullshit. Religious bullshit. Religious bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit. And boom goes the dynamite. And make no mistake, folks, them forcing every classroom K through 12 to display the 10 Commandments is just the beginning. This is always their plan. This has always been their plan. This will always be their plan.
Adopt a distinctly Christian preamble, and then all the 10 Commandments must be legislated. What we've done is we thought...
He's talking about legislating, not taking the Lord's name in vain, legislating no other gods before the Christian God. He's talking about government-backed theocracy that put us all in jail for not being part of his cult. That's what he's talking about, folks. This is what they're planning on doing.
The second table of the law, so second table meaning commandments 5 through 10, the commandments of God that pertain to our horizontal relationship with our neighbor, like don't steal, don't murder, these kinds of things.
Those are already
that should be
laws.
legislated by the civil magistrate.
Literally, that's already fucking laws. What are you talking about?
But the first table of the law, not that. But that's not true. And I'm not just talking about Old Covenant Israel in the Old Testament. You look at King Alfred. You look at Constantine. You look at Richard the Lionheart. You look at Duke Godfrey, who chopped a Turk in half diagonally with one swing of the sword. These guys, they legislated both tables of the law. That's where all the prosperity comes from, because you can't hang in midair these second table commandments of don't steal from your neighbor apart from have no other gods before me. Idolatry is the fountainhead of the stream. You cannot have an idolatrous people and yet somehow have a moral people.
They want to turn us into Iran, folks. Theocracy ruling over us all. Meanwhile, can't have a single day that passes without these child molesters being arrested. Florida pastor charged with 18 child sex felonies. Police say he filmed himself abusing a 2-year-old. The senior pastor of Palm View Baptist Church, Jonathan Edward Elwing, was arrested on June 21st for possession of child pornography. The 18 felony counts against Elwing stem from explicit photos of minors that detectives found on his phone. On June 20th, detectives received information that Elwing used cryptocurrency to make an online purchase of child sexual abuse material. On June 27th, as the investigation continued, 14 additional felony charges were filed against Elwing, 2 counts of capital sexual battery, 6 counts of production of child sexual abuse material, and 6 counts of possession of child sexual abuse material. I can't stress this enough. This is a monster, Sheriff Rick Wells. Yeah, no shit. Elwing resigned from his position as senior pastor at Palm View Baptist Church before his arrest. Palm View Baptist Church acknowledges Elwing's arrest on social media, saying it would make a statement in due time. Charge all the parents. Every parent that was involved in this, charge them. Start putting them in jail. It's not just enough to put the predators in jail. It's the ones that give access to their children that should also be put in jail. Meanwhile, another chomo, disgraced MAGA pastor. Remember this guy? He had the mega church. He just resigned. Now it came out that he was trying to buy off his victim. Robert Morris, a pastor and founder of Gateway Church, wanted to know what it was going to take to prevent the woman on the phone from going public with her accusations that he sexually abused her as a child. Put a price on it, Morris said on September 22, 2005, according to a document that appears to be a transcript of a phone call. The document was provided to NBC by a former Gateway staff member. It is not a small number, the woman Cindy Clemisher responded, according to the transcript. Money doesn't make you happy, and I can understand that. So that is not what this is about. Morris again pressed her to name a figure. $2 million? That's how much money they have, folks. That's how much money they have to cover up their wrongdoings while children suffer, while people don't have health care. Endless money for the churches for their private jets and to pay $2 million to their child victims. Here's God's own religion for you folks. Meanwhile, tell me again how religion is not a mental illness.
I give my life to you, Jesus.
I give my life to you, Jesus.
Thank you, God.
Thank you, Lord.
So you speak in tongues? Say ba 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 ba. Say say it louder.
I'm doing it. I'm doing
it. So what you just saw right there was the end result of a deliverance. After we deliver, then we thank Jesus, for setting him free.
God damn it.
And receiving the Holy Ghost, the Holy Spirit.
So the Holy Ghost, the magical talking ghost, folks. Doesn't get any better than this. Definitely not bizarre, cringy, crazy in every goddamn possible way. Hey, but thank you for destroying religion for me. I tried for years and years and years as an atheist speaker to destroy religion, and no one has ever done it quicker, faster, and better than clowns like you. So thank you for your service. And that is my religious bullshit for tonight. Hell yeah. What on earth? I don't even know if Earth wants to claim that at this point. Some kind of space alien bullshit. Return to baby brain. Yep, just blah, 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 you're doing it. The magical talking ghost is speaking through you. It's real, y'all. Looks like a clown. Yep, it's always a clown show with religion. And all right, we're along, folks. Gonna do a Chudworths followed by Beyond Parody, and then that's it, folks. No palate cleansers tonight. But we do have a long after party. From here all the way down to here is the after party. So prepare yourself to tune in for that. We got a short Beyond Parody, though. But first, a pretty short Holy Ghost just did the Ric Flair woo, y'all. And first off, right after the debate last night, Trump had another rally, and his go-to insult is to call people Palestinians now. That's how fucked we are.
Take a look at that. Look at a guy like Senator Schumer. I've always known him. I've known him a long time. I come from New York. I knew Schumer. He's become a Palestinian. He's a Palestinian now. Congratulations. He was very loyal to Israel and to Jewish people. He's Jewish. But he's become a Palestinian because they have a couple of more votes or something. Nobody's quite figured it out.
Yay, you become a Palestinian. What an insult. You become somebody that doesn't want to be eradicated, ethnically cleansed, genocided. I dare you take up for those people. And the crazy thing is, he isn't even taking up for those people. Schumer's a fucking piece of shit. He's a long-standing Israeli shill. But even that's not a fucking enough. Meanwhile, folks, let me just play it.
These guys, you'll never get them done. You'll never get them done. They don't have any clue. All they know is electric. They want electric army tanks. They want electric planes. What happens if the sun isn't shining while you're up in the air?
Oh my God. I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm sorry. I apologize for saying this. I never say this. I know how offensive this world is. But God damn it, he is fucking retarded. He is fucking retarded. I'm sorry. Okay? I'm holding that word in only for the most retarded people, but I cannot hold it in any longer. Good God, y'all. What the fuck even is this at this point? I just don't even understand. How could these be the two top candidates in this fucking country? How? It's just mind-blowing. Just the dumbest motherfuckers. One of them doesn't understand how batteries work. The other one's not even fucking alive. What the fuck, America? Meanwhile, at the latest Trump rally,
Would you vote for someone that's been held legally responsible for sexual abuse?
Well, we've got one in office now that's got the same issue. What's the difference? We've had people in there, you know, like Bill and Hillary.
Did they get held liable for sexual abuse?
No.
So would you vote for someone that was held liable for sexual abuse?
No.
But Donald Trump has been held liable for sexual abuse, so why would you vote for him?
We need something different in the country. He's not a pedophile.
What about him saying that he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years? Or him saying something in common that he has with his daughter is sex when she says real estate and golf?
I didn't hear that one, so I don't know.
care.
Don't have an answer.
Would you like to hear it?
No, I'm good.
So would you still vote for him regardless of hearing these things?
I am still going to vote for him, yes.
Why?
Because we need a change in the government. And there's nobody else in the candidacy. And at least when he speaks, he's clear. He's not having to stumble. He's not missing cues, everything else. He's going to say it like it is.
So is that why he consistently lies all the time about the election?
Who doesn't lie?
Who doesn't lie? Who cares if our president lies about everything? Who cares if he did sexual assault and wants to have sex with his daughter? I don't know about any of that, and I don't want to know. Wouldn't change my opinion one single fucking bit. At least she's honest about it. Meanwhile, folks, Tim Pool, Bald Tim Pool, I said his name wrong. Bald Tim Pool, it turns out, was right about everything. It's us who was stupid.
I said this before, but you know, the left likes to run these clips of me out of context, as they do everybody.
Yep.
But there were numerous stories throughout 2019 and 2020 where the analytics were predicting a major Trump re-election victory.
Right.
Unemployment at its lowest point. This, you know, pre-COVID, it was huge. And Moody's analytics, based on the economy, was like Donald Trump will win again. There's also the meme of the 49-state landslide, which is just a reference to Reagan.
Right.
And so the leftists like to take all of that stuff out of context and just show clips of me saying, like, Trump's going to win, Trump's going to win.
Yeah. They're taking it out of context by directly showing videos of what you actually said. Poor Baldy.
In fact, the caveats were, wow, if this happens, Trump's going to win. But I'm going to take full credit for everything I said. And I think it's important.
It's important.
Donald Trump got more votes than any sitting president. Donald Trump won Florida and Ohio,
millions.
and I don't believe any modern president has ever won both states and then lost the election.
But he did.
Trump won, 90% of bellwether counties?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, and so these were all metrics by which any standard election was indicative of Donald Trump winning a tremendous victory.
Clearly not.
And then it was just very strange how everything happened.
Strange. So strange, folks. He was right about everything. Bald Tim Pool, genius among us. But they stole it, y'all. They stole it. That's the only reason he was wrong. Because feckless Trump allowed it to get stolen from him. That's how weak and pathetic he is. So let's put him back in the office so we get more shit stolen from him. Meanwhile, they're not a serious party, folks. Here's the top MAGA legal commentators. They're not attorneys, though. Julie Kelly is a food and wine blogger. And Tom Fitton is a shout clothing enthusiast. I can't tell what is tighter, his face or his shirt. What in the fuck? Good God, the purge mask looks so strange. Conservatives are such weirdos. Fuck. This dude is like literally the walking embodiment of TRT, testosterone replacement therapy, and Botox. He should get some kind of partnership to run ads. Some kind of sponsorship. Meanwhile, Dave Rubin going to finish us off, folks, with a very important question, bravely answering, what if an idiot was also stupid? Last show, I played for you the worst program ever created, Dave Rubin's new comedy, I want to use that in quotes, cartoon, The New Norm. But he's back to double and triple and quadruple down his stupidity, folks. Here we go.
I don't believe in man-made climate change. I'm just telling you, I don't. That'll probably get me canceled more than anything else I've ever said on this show. Like, yeah, the world sometimes warms and sometimes it cools. And in the 70s, they said
sometimes you flood the atmosphere with carbon dioxide by burning a lot of shit, and it heats up and it fucks the climate up. Sometimes that happens.
We were having global cooling, and even if I believed any of it was true, the idea that AOC and her Green New Deal and John Kerry and Bill Nye the Science Guy and Neil deGrasse Tyson and a bunch of these abject buffoons could do anything about it.
You guys are all so stupid. Neil deGrasse Tyson, such an idiot compared to Dave Rubin.
I'll take my chances. And you know what? If all hell's...
Rich, multimillionaire Dave Rubin will take his chances. Sorry, poor people who are about to be incredibly displaced. Sorry, Florida people who can't afford home insurance anymore. Sorry if your property goes underwater. Dave Rubin going to be fine flying to a cold climate with his millions.
Starts breaking loose here. Pretty sure I can message Elon and get on a flight to Mars. So we'll be okay. And I'll get you guys on too. Obviously, I'll take care of the people.
Obviously, all the rich people.
And
will be
any
fine.
of you would be welcome to come with us too.
Definitely, any of us. We can all get on Elon Musk trip to Mars. Isn't that a thing that's really going to happen? The rich going to take care of us all, folks. Just believe it, because Dave Rubin says so. And that is my Chud Watch for tonight. When was global cooling? You know, back in the Ice Age, 10,000 years ago. It was cold as fuck. There were mammoths, woolly mammoths all over the place. Gonna happen again, y'all, any second now. Dude, your shirts are too small. That's why I moved up to large. Quit wearing those mediums, moved up to large. Don't want nobody to see my jelly rolls. Occupy Mars. Let them have it. Free trips to the Titanic for all millionaires and billionaires. That gets my vote. And all right, folks, last chance to get a super chat. I'm going to read them all after the Beyond Parody. I only have 2. This is the end of the show. Let's do it. Beyond Parody. Yeah. First off, on tonight's Beyond Parody, Alex Jones spreading the bullshit. Alex Jones retweeting Eric Pingleton. This ad was on my Newsbreak app. This is what our military recruiting has come to. Bribing seniors. No, not high school seniors. Retiring seniors. Tucker Carlson, Elon Musk, Joe Rogan, Russell Brand, Dan Bongino, Alex Jones. All of you cover this. Join the military as a senior and earn up to $50,000 bonus. Only, the military doesn't take anybody over, I think, 35 or 30, something like that. Obvious bullshit. Doesn't stop Alex Jones from spreading it. Old woman in combat gear will fight the Russians. This is peak leftist delusional bullshit. This is right up there with 2 men can have a baby. The establishment is committing suicide in the credibility department. Yes, they're the ones destroying their credibility, not you. Posting this obvious bullshit like it's real. Alex Jones, good God. This isn't a real U.S. military ad, Alex. Nobody cares. None of them care. Nobody gives a shit. They want to be lied to. They love it. It's what they get off on. And last but not least, on Beyond Parody is how not only mentally fragile, but how afraid this woman who is recording this video seems to be that there are drag queens in the lobby of her hotel. She's literally shaking. She's so frightened by these 2 women. I don't know if they're trans or drag queen. There's a difference between drag queens and trans. So I don't know if they're pronouns or they, them, she, her, or he, him. I don't know. So I'm going to call them they just to be safe. But they couldn't be lovelier. They are so polite, calm, cool, and collected. And look how this broke brain moonbat is freaking out simply because they exist.
You're welcome. We all know it's about hate, so it's fine.
No, I don't hate anybody. I'm worried about the boys in my community who think that they could become women because they're effeminate and they like wearing makeup and they like wearing drag.
Who cares?
There's lots
you're
of
wearing shorts and a tank top.
Exactly. No, it's not. Because I know I'm a woman.
You're shivering, ma'am.
No, I'm going to be right here.
You're going to be okay.
We have boys that are having their penises cut off. We have women, young girls who are losing their breasts.
How many young boys are getting their penises cut off? I don't really think this is happening. I think this is all bullshit. You'd have to provide me with evidence that this is actually happening. I do know in some rare cases there are some underage kids who are taking hormones, right? They're taking puberty blockers. Some of them are doing it because of precocious puberty, which is a very serious health condition where you have to slow it down and stop it. And some of them are doing it because they are trans and they don't want to go through puberty because it keeps you feminine, keeps you from going through a male puberty that makes you, more masculine, which seems, according to what I understand, to lower suicides later in life for trans people. But even the ones on the puberty blockers are very, very rare. Minors getting their penises cut off. I don't believe this is happening, and you would definitely have to provide me with evidence, lots of evidence, before I would believe you. But continue.
Right now.
I am, because I know children that are having their parts cut off.
You do? You know? Personally, you know children who are, you're a fucking liar. 0% chance you know any child who is having their genitals cut off. No chance.
Taking hormones. My children are upstairs. I don't want them. I spent $3,000 to stay here. I'm not having my child see a man pretending to be a woman. This is completely offensive to me.
I'm sorry. Then you should leave.
No, because I paid $3,000 to be here. I'd like to talk to the manager.
He's right there.
Okay, why do you think it's okay to pretend that you're a woman?
We were invited here.
Why do you think it's okay to dictate what other people do with their own bodies? Why is it any of your fucking business? Move on with your life, Biddy.
The manager thought it was okay to have men pretending to be women in front of children, even though we know there are boys that are having their penises cut off
don't know that.
because they are effeminate,
We don't
because
know
they
that at
like
all.
wearing makeup, because they like having their hair styled like this, because they like high heels.
Your point?
Are your breasts real or are they fake?
Let's go on the side. Let's go talk on the side.
No, I paid $3,000. I'm not leaving the
Spend our
lobby.
money.
No, I want to talk to a manager. I want to know why this was allowed at this hotel.
Okay, miss, I'm a manager and we can talk about it on the side if you can.
No, I'm not. This is the lobby. I'm happy to be here. I just want everyone to know
Seems
what
so
hotel
happy.
we're at.
All of the happiness.
Oh, this is the Lohalani?
You paid $3,000.
I paid $3,000 so I can believe
I don't
in
believe that.
biological reality. I
I
am a
paid $3,000 so I can believe in biological reality. What the fuck you even talking about?
woman. You are fake.
I know.
So why are you doing this to women? It's so degrading.
Why are you doing this to women?
Don't touch me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, God.
Call the police.
They're on their way.
Call
They're
the
on their way.
police. I'm sorry, but this is, I paid
You're
to
existing.
be a customer
You're existing
at a hotel
around me.
where I thought you believed that women were real.
That's on you then, bitch.
Because you
Sorry,
wear
you're stupid.
makeup, because you're wearing high
Don't
heels.
let the door hit you where God split
because
you.
you have a Barbie outfit on, that you don't think this is degrading? This is misogyny.
Oh, my
and we have
God.
a hotel.
Okay, J.K. Rowling.
If you give me back my money
Settle
right
down.
now, I will leave the hotel.
Okay, do it.
But I am not going to have my children come down from the 30th floor and see
Okay.
what's happening
Then have
here.
them jump, I guess.
Right now. You can put the phone away.
Yeah, this is completely degrading.
Let's go take
Yeah,
care
to
of
you.
that right now. Come on.
I want to know what
You are
your
degrading
names
yourself
are, because I'm going
amazingly.
to share this.
Yeah, none of your business.
Are you in the hotel?
Get fucked.
Are you dressed up?
Just good God, so pathetic. Ain't got nothing better to spend their time on but to be outraged by shit you know they don't fucking care about. Go towards the light, oh Biddy. And that's my show. Hell yeah, folks, we did it. No kitty party tonight. I'm going to read the super chats and get out of here. But be sure to tune into the after party tonight. If you don't already have your ticket, go sign up for my Patreon, folks. It's whatever you can afford. I'm not greedy. But help me out, help me get the lights on, and you get a ticket to the after party, which is what the real show is all about. All this other stuff I did, it was complete fucking bullshit. The real show is about to happen in the basement right now at the after party. So if somebody gave you your ticket, thank them, show up at the after party, check the community section of YouTube for the after party. If you don't have one, join the Dust Buddies, which you can do over by the chat, or you go sign up my Patreon, even better. Leave comments, hit the like button. Spread the videos around everywhere you post comments. I would appreciate it. Thank you in advance. And all right, let's read the super chats. Boom. All right. Justin Joseph, $4.99. Biden and the Democrats are literally trying to hand Trump the election, and he won't take it. He can't get out of his way. I know, right? It's a layup for Trump, but he's too fucking stupid. We'll see what happens. Vermin Supreme and Asteroid 2024. Yes. I would even choose Vermin Supreme and the boot on his head over Joe Biden at this point. That's how bad things have gotten. Thank you, Agent Orange. You rock. I appreciate your generosity. Celebrate you, Kate Morgan, your first super chat. Popping that cherry. Big love. Did you watch Furiosa? I watched part of it. I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched the first 20 minutes of it. It's pretty good, but I only got started with it, and then the debate started happening, and I had to switch over and get drunk. So I'm going to finish that later. Thank you, Django Fett. MAGA can only goon to AI pics of white Jesus spooning Trump. Hey, your third super chat, Smokey Stew. Thank you. And yep, that's all they got. And one social from Jason Ashby. Somebody got a ticket. Show up. I think that's everything. Okay, that's all of it, folks. Hey, folks, we'll be back on Monday. I get the weekend off. Fuck yeah. Bully to me. Feels good to be the king. And all right, gonna have fun this weekend. Gonna work on my truck. I meant to work on it yesterday, but I didn't do it. Meant to work on the day before, didn't do it. So this weekend, I got to do it. Holy shit, right at the end, a big one from Agent Orange, $150, fat stack as promised. But this is for the fur babies only, no touchy dusty. Hell yeah, you guys earned your living tonight. Thank Agent Orange. He's gonna have your bellies full of cat food. I'm going to buy you guys some special tuna just in honor of Agent Orange. Very generous. Holy shit, Agent Orange. You are amazing. Everybody, big love to Agent Orange. Keeping this show going. Keeping the lights on. Hero shit. You rule, Agent. Appreciate you. And all right, folks, gonna be back after the weekend's over. You guys do something fun this weekend and think about me. I love the shit out of you guys. Don't be too depressed out there. We're all in this together. We're gonna work through it. See you guys Monday, except for you heroes who got a ticket to the after party, because the real shit happens right after the song. Good night, y'all. Love you, Smokey Stew. But you know how I love the most? Agent Orange. He's my favorite. And not just because he gave me $150, okay? I am not that superficial, okay? Other reasons besides that has very little to do with it, in fact. But love you, Agent Orange. You're amazing. Now for the air conditioner to come on. Thank you, MJ. $10. Got it at the buzzer. You rock, MJ. The rest of you, switch over now. Don't play another song, motherfucker. Do not do that.